Hi, it's Jenny D with Cozy 101.1, and we are celebrating OctoBRA. So this is, like, I think a cry for everyone to make sure you're getting your mammogram, being your own advocate. And that's one of the reasons that we do this, just to raise awareness. So you don't have to do it in October, but at least schedule it and have it be something where you're going to do it. We've got our very own Murphy Huston, the mayor.
Got me in for this one. This is big.
I know. And I love this. Every year we talk about it, but every year it seems like the statistics are getting better. So the number of female breast cancer survivors in the United States expected to be $5.3 million by $5.3 million by January of 2035. That's an increase of 1 million.
That's great.
From this year.
That's huge.
Every single life counts, and it's not just women. So we talk a lot about women, of course, and you're wearing pink and it's all fun, but it's more about, instead of breast cancer awareness, it's breast cancer action. Getting that mammogram, and men do too. Murphy Huston is a warrior, a survivor of breast cancer. And so tell us a little bit about kind of how you found it, and like that moment of disbelief of like, I'm a dude.
Well, I got to give my wife, Carol, credit, because she had breast cancer the first time.
Yeah.
Back in 95. It was hard. Very hard. But because I was at the doctors all the time, I learned about breast cancer, what to be aware of, what kind of action. Don't hesitate. So 3 years later, I'm wrestling with my grandson, Grayson, and he headbutts me in the chest right here on the left side. I go, wow, that feels a little weird. And I felt there, and right there around the nipple area, there was a little bit of a lump. So guys think, oh, that'll go away. I thought, oh, that'll go away. However, but because of the education I'd had, went to my doctor 2 days later, and he says, oh, that's only a cyst. You'll be okay. But, let's be careful. Let's get it biopsied. So I went to see a surgeon, the one that worked on Carol, and he did a biopsy, but he thought it was a cyst too. I'll never forget it. Sunday night, I'm going to bed, doing the morning show. He calls me on a Sunday night.
Oh.
And Murph, I said, what's going on, Doc? He goes, I'm sorry to call you so late. I got this report late. I just got it now. I hate to tell you, but you got breast cancer. And I go, that's not even funny. He goes, no, it's not, but you do.
Wow.
And then it started from there. Then within a week, I was getting surgery. I went through a whole process, had MRIs.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the MRI. Went in, and this poor young nurse says, gosh, I've never done a man before. Not the mammogram, not the MRI.
Yeah.
And I said, well, guess what? I've never had one. Let's get to it.
We're about to become best friends.
Let's do this, shall we?
Well, and here's the thing I think that they said is a lot of the fatalities from breast cancer are men, because men are not aware of the fact that, hey, you should be checking as well. And it's a lot more common than you think. Another thing that was kind of scary to me, because we've been doing this now, 4 years, 5 years, talking about every year, how much younger women and younger men are getting it. And it seems to be, because before it was like the rule of 45, after 45. And now it's getting to be where it's a lot younger. And they're telling people, like, make sure, especially if you have any of the factors like, hereditary, any of that stuff.
Absolutely.
To make sure you're getting it and to do your checks.
Right.
Like you said, if you wouldn't have had the education,
I never would have done anything.
No.
Because it didn't hurt until I got hit.
Yep.
And then I thought, well, that just is an unusual pain.
Yeah.
And that started it. But you're right about the early mammograms, because, I have 3 daughters. You met the girls. And they started before, because of Carol having it and me having it.
Yeah.
They got in early. And they're good. But I was real grateful that they could get in early for their mammograms. And they're fine. And I don't know. You hear about it being hereditary.
That's not always the case.
It isn't.
That's the thing that's scary is some of our friends and people that we've known, like, there's a different risk factors, and they had none of them, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's breast cancer. And they do, I think, go a lot more invasive. Like, they are a lot easier to detect and to treat now.
Totally.
They keep having every year. And that's another reason, like, if you can, to donate to breast cancer awareness and to help assist women and men to save their lives. In Colorado, they said it's estimated that 5,250 people will be diagnosed with breast cancer this year alone.
That's tough.
And the hard thing is 1 in 3 women don't get a mammogram. 1 in 8 are diagnosed. So the numbers don't add up here. So if we can do early detection, and if you go to KOSI101.com, there's a list of outlets and things that can help you if maybe you can't afford the mammogram. remember that first time, and you and I have been through this with your situation and talking about it. And then I noticed I had a lump, and my grandmother was a survivor of it. And when I went in, it's, you know, and it's scary. You're like every 3 months going in, and like just. It's really, it can be a scary time, but Sally Joe, where both of us have gone, like they are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
They are just resourceful, and they know what you're going through, and it's not a club you want to be in.
No, but they take good care of you there.
They do.
And
Absolutely.
the other thing is, it's always good, if you're afraid of the mammogram, I get that, but then check yourself.
Yeah. Yep.
Men never check themselves.
Oh, yeah.
You just feel around that area, and you feel any kind of lump, think, oh, it's a bruise or it'll go away.
Yeah.
Never assume that. No. Then the next step is your doctor. Then it's going to be a mammogram to confirm anything, be it good, be it positive, or whatever.
I mean, I can't even imagine having, like, for you having to go through that mammogram. I would have liked to have been a fly on the wall, though, because I guarantee you were just sitting there making her laugh.
Well, you know how it feels when you guys go through it.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be more painful for you.
The nurse said, you don't have any skin there. You have nothing. I said, how about if I squeeze from my end?
Like, just squeeze the tube
well,
up.
Watch this pop out. Well, and she started laughing like you're laughing, and you're in and out, but it did confirm what I had.
Yep.
And without that, men, and it's funny when I still see men on occasion. Merv, how are you doing that cancer thing? You had me start checking it. I'm checking. And I'm still involved in the community, even though I'm retired here, and I've got a couple of events coming up. And one of the first things I tell these folks, I'm going to bring up the breast cancer thing. Oh, no, we want you to. And I'll tell the men, get checked. Yep. And sometimes, if I have enough courage to say, how about checking yourself right now?
Oh, no.
So we're at some other events, and then the wives are all clapping. Yeah, make them check now.
And they're like, I don't know how to do this.
Well, and sometimes the wives say, here's how you tell me to do it. Now I'm doing it on you. But it's kind of a fun thing, but yet a serious thing.
Yes. And if you can bring the conversation about, and I think that's what, for a long time, there wasn't a lot of talk about it. And now, you know, of course, you see everything turn pink in October for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's more than pink. It's taking that action. And if we can just save one life by telling you guys to get a mammogram today, then we've done our job. And that's one thing that I'm a huge, you know, I have a daughter. I have 2 daughters.
Oh, yeah.
I have, you know, and with our family history and everything, it's one thing that's always been on top of our mind, too. So.
And the 2 words you want to remember that I taught me many years ago when I went through this, and that was like 2014. Early detection.
Yep.
You got to have early detection. Don't wait. Why would you wait? Because that's the longer you wait, the worse it could be. Let's be honest about it. So get in there, be checked. 9 times out of 10, it'll be negative, but then you'll feel good about it. And on goes life. But you got to take care of yourself, because if you don't, who is?
Right. Your own advocate.
Yeah, your own advocate, your family advocate as a dad, and now as a grandpa. But my kids are still kind of young for that stage in life, except one who's in college. But you are on top of it, even to this day. Even my golfing buddies. You been checked? What, for new shoes? No, for breast cancer. Come on. God.
And it's the thing is, the earlier the better it is for the treatment, the better it is for your family members and caregivers. And we want you to do that. So if it is something about money, or if you want more information, go to KOSI101.com, click on the OctoBRA link. And our friends over at Denver Pavilion's turning it pink this month.
Yes,
and,
yes.
There's a lot of different places down in Denver Pavilion's too that are giving away discounts and things like that. Just kind of another step in raising awareness. So if you see that pink little decal, you could be getting some cool stuff, and just let it trigger.
Exactly.
Make sure you're going and getting your mammogram. Thank you guys so much, and be safe and happy and healthy.